Hi LEGO fans! New 2018 LEGO sets are continuing to turn up on the shelves of some stores in the United States. I was able to grab this set from the new Mountain Police LEGO City sub-theme. So today I'm going to unbox, speed build and review set number 60173 Mountain Arrest from LEGO City Mountain Police. This brand new sub-theme consists of 7 sets: 60170 Off-Road Chase, 60171 Mountain Fugitives, 60172 Dirt Road Pursuit, 60173 Mountain Arrest, 60174 Mountain Police Headquarters. This looks really cool with the undercover cop wearing a tree trunk and the mountain lion. 60175 Mountain River Heist, and finally 60176 Wild River Escape with this really cool looking skunk. This set sits exactly in the middle of the range for price and part count with 303 pieces, and it also includes one of the new net shooters. In fact, 4 out of the 7 sets contain this new net shooter element. In this set they've mounted the net shooter onto the side of a Chinook Helicopter. Man, these guys are really well equipped. Although the net shooter looks very cool on the box, I have my doubts about how well it's going to perform in real life, but of course we're going to demonstrate it later in the video. The set comes with 4 minifigures. We've got a male and a female fugitive, a helicopter pilot, and the Mountain Police cop. We also get this very cool looking bear and a brand new Beehive element. Let's flip this over and take a look at the back of the box to get a better idea of what's inside. LEGO City always do a great job with the box art, and I really like the way they've laid this out in a cartoon strip style. Our fugitives are holed up in their mountain hideout with a large bag of cash and a treasure map. Interestingly, that treasure map was last seen in the 2017 seasonal Christmas special Christmas Train Ride. I think it's really cool that the male fugitive's taking a bath and you can see him there in his boxer shorts. But unfortunately for the fugitives, they get distracted by this large bear attracted to the Beehive and don't notice the Mountain Police swooping in to make their arrest. It looks like they capture the male fugitive straight away with the help of the Chinook Helicopter, but the female fugitive makes a run for it in this cool looking 4x4 quad vehicle. But it can't be a very powerful quad because the Chinook stops it in its tracks using this net. So all things considered, it looks like we've got a great little set here with loads of play value and some brand new elements, including that net shooter. So I'm sure this is going to be very popular. So let's cut to the chase, open up this box and see what we've got inside. Here's everything we get inside the box. We've got 3 numbered bags of Lego, 2 instruction manuals, a large rock formation, a 16x6 grey base plate, and the dreaded sticker sheet. I'm going to go ahead and put this together, and today we're going to roll it up into a 90-second speed build. And here's the completed build. Now, since I filmed the intro to this video, this set has actually gone on sale in the US and Canada. It's now available in LEGO stores and at shop.lego.com. However, if you live in other parts of the world, including Europe, it does not go on sale until December 26th. The build time for this 303-piece set was 37 minutes, and it should be within the building capabilities of the recommended age range of 5 through 12. The set looks very cool, we've got some great minifigures, and I can't wait to show you that net shooter. So let's go ahead and get on with the review. Let's start our review by taking a quick look at the split level mountain hideout. Now, for a set with only 303 pieces in it, this is actually quite a big build, and that's thanks mostly to some of these very large elements. We've got the large grey rock structure at the bottom, and then we've got these brown structures on either side of the hideout. There's also a large grey slope piece making up the roof of the hideout. That comes with a large sticker that's going to be a little bit difficult for some of the younger builders to apply. Outside on the upper level, we've got our male fugitive taking a bath. He's sitting in this old-fashioned round bathtub, and I really like the way LEGO have put in some translucent blue elements to make up the water. He's also got a hairbrush like the ones we see in LEGO Friends, and that's going to be particularly useful for grooming his hair, especially with that ponytail. Also on the upper level, we've got this crane mechanism which our hapless thieves have decided to hang their loot from. That can pivot up and down so we can lower the loot to the ground or pick it up again. And we've got this sack full of cash on the end. Although it doesn't extend far enough to be a useful safety feature, and it's not tall enough to stop a minifigure toppling over, I do like the way the designers have put together this reddish brown safety rail. Notice the uprights are made out of skeleton leg elements. The door to the hideout does open, but it could really use a stud on the front there to help us grip it. Also, it doesn't lead anywhere useful. The upper level of the hideout is completely empty. We've got some additional space to hide out beneath the large rock element, and it looks like one of our fugitives has been enjoying a nice hot cup of coffee while studying the treasure map. That is a printed 2x2 tile and a very welcome addition to the set. Hanging from the upper level of the mountain hideout, we've got a brand new LEGO element. This is a beehive. The moulding on the beehive is very smooth and it's got a really nice tactile feel to it. We've got a stud on the top there so we can attach it to other elements, and underneath there is a large void, which is exactly the right size for a minifigure head. So it's going to be interesting where we see this element turn up in the future, maybe in a collectible minifigures series perhaps? Unfortunately for our bathing fugitive, the smell of the honey coming out of the beehive has attracted a bear. When standing on his hind legs, the bear is about a third taller than the minifigure. And even when you stand the bear on all fours, it's easy to understand why the minifigure looks frightened. The bear is a single assembly, so he doesn't come apart, but you do have some articulation at the rear hips and also at the head. Now the mouth is just wide enough for you to put some LEGO elements inside. So for example, he could go fetch the morning paper or grab some money. And we've got a couple of studs on the top there, so if you wanted to have a minifigure riding on top of the bear for some reason, you can do that. This is the male fugitive, and he's easily my favourite minifigure from the set. I really like these dual moulded legs with the white boxer shorts on the yellow legs, and those red bear paw prints on the boxes as well. He's got a very hairy chest there, and some evidence that he's been in a scrape, possibly with the same said bear. Let's just flip him over. Just a little bit of printing on the back there for his muscular detailing, and he's got this long hair with ponytail. If we take that off, we can see he's got a rather worried expression on the front there, probably because of the bear. And if we turn him over, he looks a lot meaner. That was definitely more of a fugitive style expression, but he is a very cool minifigure. I really like those boxer shorts, that's great detail. The twin-rotor Chinook Helicopter is definitely the centerpiece of the set. I put the minifigures in there for scale, and as you can see, it's quite a large build. From tip to tail, you're looking at about 9.5 inches, and including the rotor blades, it's about 14 inches long. It comes with the all-important net shooter, which I'm sure is going to influence the purchasing decisions of a lot of younger LEGO builders. We are going to comprehensively test the net shooter, so stay tuned. My main problem with this set is the choice of vehicle. Now, the Chinook Helicopter, manufactured by Boeing, comes with a price tag of about $39 million US. I did a little bit of research on Google, and I couldn't find a single police department in the world other than those in LEGO City which operate Chinook helicopters. It also lacks some of the bulk you would expect to see in a twin-rotor helicopter. Although on the positive side, we are going to get plenty of space inside for the minifigures. The build has been greatly simplified by the use of some large LEGO elements at the front. Both the upper and lower part of the cockpit are single pieces. The use of these large elements does make for a very realistic looking cockpit, but it does give it a look and feel almost of Playmobil and not LEGO. The net shooter can be mounted on either side of the helicopter, and here you can see the alternate mounting point on the other side. In the centre of the aircraft, we've got a very simplistic winch mechanism complete with grapple hook for the minifigure to grab onto. This is certainly not how things are done in real life, but it works as a play element. The winch is as simple as it gets and could easily have been taken from a 1980s LEGO fire engine. It's very fiddly to tie the string to the winch, and activating the winch mechanism is quite difficult for smaller fingers. So I think LEGO could have done a little bit better here with the winch design. The other problem with the helicopter is that those doors in the centre do not close. I keep picking this up and trying to slide the doors closed. But of course there are no doors, so it doesn't work. The rotor blades are quite large and definitely in scale with the size of the vehicle. They're attached to the rotors with a ratchet mechanism, so if you wish you can actually angle them up. I'm not sure LEGO intended for us to angle the rotors in this way, but it does look very cool and I'm sure that will inspire some younger imaginations. At the rear of the helicopter we've got a folding door that comes down real easy and gives you access to the interior. It's probably not easy to see on camera, but the interior space leads all the way through to the cockpit. Although the cockpit does look well sealed, there is actually a hatch on top that you can remove, and this whole piece lifts away, allowing you to seat the pilot behind the controls. There aren't many controls inside the helicopter. In fact, we don't even get a joystick, but we do get this very nice 2x1 printed tile with 2 dials on it. Apart from the removable cockpit cover, putting other minifigures inside the helicopter is either going to require some minifigure origami or completely dismantling the top. As you can see, there's really no way to get inside without completely removing the roof here. Even though the helicopter does look a little bit flimsy, it is quite a strong build, and there's quite a long plate on the bottom there holding everything together, so our younger builders are not going to get frustrated with this falling apart. Moving on to the important part, here's the net shooter. This is actually a really simple construction. We've actually got only 3 pieces here. We've got one large moulded piece which is in yellow, we've got this grey piece which actually fires the net, and then of course we've got the actual net which is already preloaded here. So what we're going to do to fire the net is simply to push in this grey plunger here. Now there's going to be some resistance to me pushing that in, which is going to allow us to build up pressure and hopefully result in a very impressive net shooting action. So let's give this a go. Actually, that was pretty good. Now the net doesn't shoot very far, but there is enough rigidity in the net itself so that it uncurls as soon as it leaves the net shooter. Let me show you that again so you can see how it works. First of all, I'm going to fold the net over 4 times and get that nice and tight. And that's 3, and then we're going to go for a 4th time. I'm going to just scrunch that up a little bit. Then we need the net shooter. So I'm firstly going to pull out the plunger, and then hopefully we'll be able to just push the net inside. There it is, nice and tight. And we'll give that another go. We'll do this at a slightly wider angle, and with any luck we might be able to catch the fugitive. Well, almost. Yes, nailed it. Okay, you got me. I added some extra elements to the car to give the net something to snag onto. But it does give you an idea of how this thing works. It's not going to capture your minifigures every time. It's great fun, it doesn't shoot very far, and it's probably the least effective weapon a police officer could ever have. It's still a cool addition to the set, and I'm sure it's going to help LEGO shift a boatload of these. The final build in this set is this cool little off-road escape buggy. There's plenty of room to sit a minifigure inside with protection from the roll cage, and a convenient stud located at the rear of the vehicle so you can snap on your bag of swag. We also have off-road style headlamps for when we need to make a getaway in the dark. The main structure of the chassis is made from a single piece, so again this is not going to fall apart when younger builders want to play more aggressively with it. This is the female fugitive and she looks just the part with that mean face. In fact, she reminds me a little bit of Ma Fratelli from the Goonies. She's dressed quite simply here. She's got these plain olive pants on, and then she's got this red plaid shirt over a prison issue, I think that's prison issue, t-shirt. She's got this kind of shaggy, almost red hair here, and again that expression with those evil eyebrows, and that is our female fugitive. Here are the 2 mountain police minifigs. We've got the helicopter pilot on the left and our police officer / winch operator on the right. They both have exactly the same leg pieces with the printed harness. The torsos are slightly different. Our winch guy is wearing some extra rope and the pilot seems to be wearing an ID badge. Both are wearing a sheriff's star. There's some additional printing on the back to complete the harness, and the winch operator gets some metallic printing. Nothing very special going on with the headgear, and whilst the facial printing is very good, it's pretty LEGO City generic. Same goes for the winch guy, who's wearing a hat that looks more like it's for kayaking than going out in a helicopter. But he does have these cool blue goggles to complete his uniform. So to sum up my thoughts on this set, it's not bad. It's a mixture of classic LEGO City Police stuff with some cool things thrown in. I really like the fugitive minifigures, and it's very cool to get the bear. The net shooter is a novelty and nothing more. It's kinda good fun to play with for a few minutes, but ultimately it's not very good. Ultimately this isn't a very cheap set, and there may be other sets in the LEGO City range that are better value for money. So unless you're a big fan of helicopters, I'd probably look elsewhere. So that was set number 60173, Mountain Arrest from the LEGO City Mountain Police. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing, speed build and review video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like down below and subscribe for more awesome LEGO content. I put out 2 new LEGO review videos every week, so you'll always find something new to enjoy on the channel. And if you like LEGO City, don't forget to check out the LEGO City playlist. Thanks for checking out today's LEGO City Mountain Police review. My name's Jeremy Herbert, thanks for joining me today, and we'll see you on the next build video.